Hey everyone, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am starting this masterclass a few minutes late just because I could not get the YouTube live stream to start. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to hop on. If you are just catching me on TikTok or on YouTube live and you're like, what is this? I am giving a free masterclass today. It's called Relax and Receive. So if you're somebody that wants to learn how to receive downloads from the universe and how to manifest easily, instead of forcing your manifestations to come to you, this is going to teach you how to attract your manifestations. So let me know in the comments, are you struggling with this? Are you somebody that's like, I know that I need to attract my desires to me, but I actually notice that I'm trying to force my desires all day long. I say that I want to manifest money, and I know that I want to do it from a state of receptivity, from feminine energetics, but yet all day long, I notice that I'm really, really forcing and pushing my manifestations to get towards me. And this will be up on my YouTube channel live. I know that the live stream, we had some problems. So if you're coming on late because you're trying to get on the upcoming live stream, I'm going to just give you guys a minute to hop on. But I will keep this up on my YouTube channel. So if you're catching me on TikTok, make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel because I've dropped a bunch of free masterclasses over the past few months while I've been healing and taking a sabbatical from creating any programs. So today, what I really want to talk to you about, and one thing that has been channeling through to me, is how can we allow ourselves to get into this place of receptivity. Good morning, Angel. So glad to see you. How can we get into this place of receptivity where we are no longer trying to force things to come to us, but rather we are getting our mindset and our energy right and allowing things to come to us? Now, I want you to think about whenever you are relaxing. Let's talk about when you're in the shower, because how many people, raise your hand, hit the like button, how many people have insane downloads when you're in the shower? What if when you're showering, you come up with an amazing book idea, you come up with amazing content, you come up with things to think about, like the shower, or when you're driving? When you are relaxed, that is when you actually are able to receive downloads from the universe. And when we talk about the law of one, we are all connected. So it isn't that people that receive these downloads are any more special than anyone else. It's just that they have learned how to connect with source energy rather than trying to live in the matrix, as I will typically refer to it. Now, what ends up happening is we are all connected. We all have this ability to plug in, which is what you'll hear me say. A lot of people start trying to do manifestation and they plug in when it feels good, when they feel excited. But when the manifestation hasn't shown up in a day, 2 days, 2 weeks, they unplug completely. Raise your hand if you feel guilty of that. You're like, I say I want to manifest the money, but I started manifesting more bills and then I got frustrated. So I said, bah, and I went back. And then 2 months later, I was like, wait, I really do want to manifest that money. So I'm going to start thinking and saying these affirmations. But then when the money doesn't manifest and I get more bills, I get frustrated and I tap out. So what a lot of people are doing in manifestation is they're plugging in, they're unplugging. The first thing that I need you to understand is that manifestation is not for you to get something. If you are trying to manifest so that way you can get something, you are missing the entire picture. You are misunderstanding. We are not manifesting to get, we are manifesting to become. And when you understand that I'm not doing this to get this, the whole equation of this plus this equals this needs to be completely thrown out. And I'm going to apologize to you guys right now. I have forced air because I live in an old Victorian house, and I had a mentor that I worked with years ago who made $1 million a month, and her forced air would come on in every single training, and she talked so lowly and it was so distracting. So let me know, because I can hear the heat coming on right now. Let me know if you can still hear me. I'm loud, so you shouldn't have that problem, but I am going to apologize first and foremost because I do understand how frustrating it is when you can hear heat in the background. But let me know if it's too distracting and I can turn it off. I'm just not trying to freeze out my dogs because we're in upstate New York in the Adirondacks. So what I need you to understand is manifestation is a process of becoming. It is a process of becoming your highest self. Now, when we talk about your highest self, the way that I see that is just the version of you who's living in alignment, the version of you that understands that you are divine in nature, the version of you that understands that limitations literally do not exist. Limitations only exist in your mind because you were programmed to believe in the limitations. If you were not programmed to believe that limitations exist, you would have achieved and accomplished so much more in your life that you currently have. But because society continuously takes our power away from us, we are told that we have to operate in this paradigm. If I work X amount of hours, I will get X amount of dollars. If I work this many years, I will be able to retire at this time. If I just do enough of this, I will be able to be this successful. If I work for this long, I'll be a millionaire. We have all of these rules that say, if this happens, then this happens. And mostly those rules are saying that I will give myself permission to feel differently, to think differently, to speak differently, and ultimately to see myself differently when I get this thing outside of me. How many people have fallen into that trap? Where you're like, when I get the money, I'm gonna feel wealthy. When I get the relationship, I'm gonna feel loved. When I get to that certain body weight, I'm gonna feel healthy. When I get to this place outside of me, I am going to give myself permission to feel this way, to think this way, to speak this way, to become this new version of me. Ultimately, what that is doing is it's saying, in this moment right now, I don't inherently believe that I can be wealthy. I don't inherently believe that I am wealthy. I don't inherently believe that I am loved. I don't inherently believe that I am healthy. The problem with that is you're manifesting from this moment right now. You've heard me say this a million times because it channeled through to me, and I just think that it is the most clear way to explain this, but you're manifesting from the moment you're breathing into. Now, what a lot of people do is they wake up and they go through the motions. They wake up and they literally, the last thought that they were thinking before they went to bed ends up being the first thought that they think when they wake up. And what most people do is these thoughts are not positive. These thoughts are not empowering. These thoughts are not wealth oriented. They are not health oriented. They are typically lack oriented. And when we have a lack orientation, we constantly scan our 3D reality to support what we believe. That is the role of your unconscious mind. That is how it works. The reticular activating system in your mind is going to bring to your conscious awareness what you believe to be true for you. And what you believe to be true for you can be changed at any time. But you, one, have to realize what you believe, become conscious of that belief, and then you need to consciously program in a new belief while doing the subconscious reprogramming work. And it sounds like a lot, but quite honestly, it isn't. If you are taking advantage of the amount of tools out there for you to regulate your nervous system and for you to rewire your mind, this manifestation thing is going to be easy. And what I need you to understand is manifestation is actually very, very, very simple, but you overcomplicate manifestation when you keep operating from the belief systems that were programmed into you, because you were programmed to believe in scarcity, in fear, in lack, in sickness. You were programmed to believe the complete opposite of what your highest self knows to be true. And we feel like we have this internal conflict when we desire to believe that limitations don't exist for us. But all day long, we reinforce the old story of how limitations do exist, how money is always running out. So you say, and you'll notice that in my world, I always revert back to examples of money, because I don't care who you are. If you say that you don't want money, you're lying. And it's because you have shitty beliefs around money and you still believe that rich people are inherently bad. Money is bad. It's egoic to have money. These are all bullshit beliefs that have been so deeply programmed into you that the majority of people are still arguing for their limitations when it comes to money. And the second that you stop arguing for your limitations and you instead decide to argue for your limitlessness, this is when the doors to abundance, happiness, fulfillment, health, wealth, all the things are going to come flowing and magnetizing into you. But I want you to really, like, even just, it is, what time is it? It's like 11:30 in New York time and Eastern Standard Time. So right now, the majority of us are still probably in the morning because the majority of people in my community anyway, are in America. So this morning, and this is what I will always have you do, is I think that, and I know that because I worked with mentors and I took programs for over a decade now. I have been consistently working with a mentor in a program, consistently reading, learning. Like, I have dedicated the last decade plus to doing this work. And one thing that I notice is a lot of people, when they look at rewiring their mind, when they look at the healing work, they get stuck in this bullshit belief that you need to look at every negative thing that ever happened, that you need to do inner child healing, that you need to do all of these things that take you out of this moment and have you hyper fixate on your whole entire fucking life. So 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And so what does that do? That takes your power away in this moment. And when are you manifesting from? In this moment. So what I always have my clients and students do is I want you to look at today. Because every moment is an opportunity for you to shift. Every day is literally a new precipice. It is a day for you to decide to quantum leap. Did you hear what I said? You decide to quantum leap. Quantum leaps don't just occur randomly. They happen very, very consciously. And what I see a lot of people doing that are unsuccessful at manifesting is they are believing in this passive manifestation process. And while you might be like, well, Alexa, what? You're telling me to relax and receive. Doesn't that mean that that's passive? No. Manifestation, for you to be somebody that manifests everything that they desire, which is my goal for you if you're in my world, I want you genuinely to manifest everything off of your vision board. I want you to have that house. If you want to have houses, plural, I want you to have all of them. If you want to have that dream relationship, I want you to have it. I want you to have the success that you desire. I want you to make the money that you desire. I want to genuinely know that you wake up every single day happy and fulfilled and proud of the version of yourself that you see every single day. And what I find is a lot of people go, oh, well, I've tried to force all these things into existence. And that's where burnout, hustle, and all of this really toxic masculinity occurs. So then people go, oh, okay, so let me just go into the complete opposite then. If it's not that I need to work really hard, then I just get to sit on my couch all day and I get to visualize and I get to meditate. How many people have fallen into that trap where you're like, oh, so I can just like hang the fuck out all day and manifest all of my desires? And you're like, I'm just going to sit back. I'll do maybe a hypnosis. I'll do a visualization. I'll say some affirmations. I'll do some mirror work. And then all day long, you are thinking about the things that you want to manifest. But when you're actually living in the moment, those affirmations that you said in the mirror, they got thrown out the window because the affirmations that you were using were super generic. Somebody else told you this is what you need to say to manifest the money, the love, the success, the happiness, the business, whatever it is. And so you did that. But then you actually feel like shit because you're sitting around all day long and you're not doing anything and you're not getting anything. So you're actually living in this frequency of lack where you want something, but you aren't doing the work to believe in that something. And because you aren't believing in it, you aren't receiving it. So when we talk about relaxing and receiving, the first thing that I want you to know is this is not passive. If you're trying to passively manifest, it is not surprising to me that you're not consistently manifesting because it's not a passive process. It's a very, very, very active process. So what do I mean by that? I mean that when you wake up, you are your number one priority. And when you wake up, you are not, and I'm saying this and repeating this because if you did this morning, catch yourself because you're not going to do it tomorrow. Okay? When you are conscious of your unconscious, you can't unsee it. And that is my goal as a mentor, as a teacher, as a speaker, as a coach, as a creator, as all of the fucking hats that I wear. My goal is to help you to become conscious because if you can't become conscious in the moment, you will never be able to identify the unconscious beliefs, behaviors, habits, and actions you are taking from the old frequency, from your old identity. And if you don't change, I know that you know what I'm going to say. If you don't change, your reality won't change. Period. So that's why passive manifestation is never going to work. Because if you are passively trying to manifest, you're saying, I'm gonna sit back on my couch and I'm gonna binge Netflix all day and I'm gonna order some Taco Bell. And I don't know how, but I'm gonna get an email that just got $10,000 today. This is why the majority of people don't believe in manifestation, because they genuinely think that this is what people are telling you to do. And I'm not saying that people aren't telling you to do this, but the people that are telling you to do this are blowing smoke up your ass because they're probably just trying to become internet famous. Let's be honest. If you are sitting back all day and the moment that you wake up, you are immediately thinking about your circumstances as they were yesterday. Raise your hand. Let me know in the comments. You want to actually be accountable. Did you wake up this morning and did you think about what you thought about yesterday? Did you think about your reality as it currently is? Did you wake up and go, oh, I have to go in and report to that micromanaging boss today? Oh, I really want to buy this thing, but I only have X amount of dollars in my bank account. I really wish that I was in this happy, loving relationship, but he hasn't texted me. I haven't heard from him in a week. Have you said that you want to manifest something, but if you're being fully honest with yourself, the things that you're saying you want to manifest all day long, you're actually still coming up with justifications why you can't have it? Who's doing that still? Who's doing that still? And I want you guys to know that I am never calling you out to shame you or blame you. I'm calling you out because I've been there. I understand how easy it is to fall into these traps of learning manifestation, but not actually changing. Like, you're spending so many hours a day watching TikToks, listening to podcasts, getting ebooks, hiring mentors. Actually, if you're hiring a mentor, you don't have the ability to not do this work. So that's not a good example. But if you're reading the books, if you're listening to the podcast, if you're watching TikTok, if you're watching YouTube, if that's what you think that you're doing, oh yeah, I'm totally helping myself to manifest that house, that car, that relationship, that body, because I just spent 6 hours today listening to manifestation coaches. Raise your hand if you think that that's helping you to manifest. Because I'm here to tell you it's not. I'm here to tell you it's not. Because quite honestly, the majority of manifestation teachers, while yes, we all have different energy, we all speak differently, we all present the material a little differently. If you took out the semantics, we are telling you the exact same thing. And those of you that want to separate law of assumption versus law of attraction, we're telling you the same fucking thing, okay? Like, you got to take Neville Goddard off of a pedestal like he's the best man that's ever existed, because no one is fucking perfect. And you need to be able to critically think this through. So what I need you to understand is, if you're spending hours a day learning manifestation, that is a clear indication to me that you're not embodying it. Oh, yeah. You're not embodying manifestation if you're spending all day long learning about it. If you're at the beginning and you're like, I don't even know what the word manifestation means, then of course, yes, like we're going to have to put some legwork in. We're going to have to understand these foundational things. But the majority of people that come into my world are not somebody that just figured out what manifestation was yesterday. Like, never heard of the term, just heard about it yesterday, and they find me. I'm not the one that you're going to go to, because I'm going to trigger you too much. Like, I do a lot of shadow work. I'm very gnarly. I'm going to call you out. Born and raised New Yorker. This is my potency as a mentor. I'm going to call you out on the shit you're unconscious of, so that way you can see it. So that way, the next time you do it, it is a conscious decision. You will be doing this consciously from now on if you're actually listening. And I trust that you're listening, because I'm going to treat you like you paid $10K to be here, and you better be treating yourself like you paid $10K to be here. Okay. What I need you to understand is, you know, the foundations of manifestation at this point. If you have spent more than a week studying manifestation, studying any of the universal laws, you know how to manifest. And quite honestly, you're always manifesting. So it's not that you need to know how to manifest. That is getting stuck in what I call problem frequency. If you're saying that I need to know how to manifest, I need to know how to manifest love, I need to know how to manifest health, I need to know how to manifest money, I need to know how to manifest success, you're getting yourself into a frantic frequency where you are focusing on the problem and you are stuck in what I call problem orientation. So you're saying that I need to learn how to do this so that way I can get this thing. What are we going back to? That I need X in order to have X, in order to feel X, in order to be X. We are putting a lot of conditions and we're putting a lot of rules on our ability to receive. And that's all bullshit. And the only reason we do this is because you were programmed by people who knew the universal laws, who knew how to manifest, who knew how to unlock the codes to happiness, success, wealth. And they are living this way. It has been passed down to them through lineages. So their epigenetics are actually coded to live in alignment. But the mass majority of the population are taught that that's just the way it is. And so what I want you to take away first and foremost is it isn't about how much manifestation content you are listening to, reading, or watching in a day. And quite honestly, I'm going to tell you guys, you're going to spend about an hour with me today. I do have to get to physical therapy. So I know I started a little late with the issues with the freaking YouTube live stream. But we're going to be on here for about an hour. I can do a little, maybe like an hour and 15 minutes. But then if you guys don't know, I was in an accident 2 months ago. Oh my God, it's been 3 months now. So Alexa is healing. I still do not have the ability to walk, but we are manifesting it. So it's going to take me a minute to get down my driveway and get to physical therapy because I'm going to be walking soon. But what I'm getting at is I dead ass want you to shut off your fucking phone. I want you to shut off. Maybe if you caught this live stream late, come back and replay this, but do not listen to or watch any more manifestation content today. Don't do it. Don't get off of this and be like, oh, let me binge all of Alexa's content. Follow me. Yeah, because I will help you change your fucking life for free. Guaranteed, because of how much content I'm literally putting out now on YouTube. Follow me, but don't watch any more content for today. If you let this resonate, if you resonate with what I'm talking about and you start applying, you're going to be busy, too busy embodying to be wasting your time learning more. Here's the thing, you guys. If you were the version of yourself who had the desire already, if you were the version of yourself who had the manifestation already, would you be spending 3 more hours today learning about manifestation? No, because you would know how to manifest consciously and you would understand how manifestation works and you would know that you already know how to fucking do this. So you don't need to learn more because learning more means you're stuck in a problem frequency. And that means you're ultimately operating under the assumption that I don't know how to manifest, that I cannot manifest my desires today, that I need to learn more, I need to know more in order to manifest. What I need you to understand is this comes from the industrial schooling system. This schooling system that we still have in place was invented during the Industrial Revolution, and it was taught, or it was created for people to become obedient employees. That's why you don't learn shit about wealth. That's why you don't learn anything about finances. That's why you don't learn anything about mental resiliency. That's why you are taught to memorize information and regurgitate it back. You are taught to raise your hand. You are taught to study more, to work harder. So your mind, you still have a student archetype approach. And this is where a lot of business owners, if you're a business owner, clock this, because this is going to be the number one thing that makes it so your business is failing, is the fact that you think you need to learn more, to know more, to be able to be successful. And successful with business, with health, with love, with finances, anything. Your success is not determined on how much you know. And quite honestly, there are a lot of wealthy motherfuckers who are idiots. Your smartness does not guarantee money. It does not. I am one of the most intelligent people I've ever met. And that's not a flex. That's just pure fucking facts. And anybody who knows me will tell me that, or will regurgitate that back, because I'm fucking brilliant. And for the majority of my life, I struggled with money. It wasn't because I was stupid. It was because of my beliefs around money. It was because how I identified with money. So your knowledge level does not mean you're going to be manifesting more. There's a lot of people that come into my world and they've been trying to learn how to manifest for a decade. And they know to get their mindset right. They know they need to reprogram their mind. They know that they need to have healthier habits. They know that they need to be going after their dreams. They know these things. They know that their vibration matters. They know that how they feel matters. They know that their words are manifesting, but they're still struggling with it. Why? Because they have not decided to become somebody that manifestation is easy for. Have you decided, like, quite honestly, have you decided that manifestation gets to be easy for you? Have you decided that you are already born a divine human who knows how to manifest? You've been manifesting from the moment you took a breath, and you'll be manifesting from the moment you take your last breath. It's about consciously manifesting what you desire. And the way that you're going to do this is by you getting your mindset and energy right. So what do I mean by that? I mean that when you wake up today, when you wake up tomorrow, if you take a nap today and then you wake up later today, every time you wake up, it's an opportunity for you to consciously decide the reality that you're living in. Reality is subjective, based in quantum physics, based in neuroscience. Everything that I'm telling you is not spiritual woo-woo. It is backed in science. So like the people that don't believe in this, I just think it's so fucking funny because like this isn't something that you believe in or not. It is the nature of reality. You can either learn how to create the reality that you desire, or you can keep pretending like this isn't real and then be miserable with your life. But like, why? Why would you choose the latter? I'm still very interested in that question. But anyway, what I need you to start doing is when you wake up today, tomorrow, the next day, you're not immediately grabbing your phone. If you are, no. Your phone, electronics, they do not go on the first hour of your day, the last hour of your day. Because what's going to happen? That is going to, one, make it so you are infiltrated with everyone else's beliefs, with everyone else's way of living. And quite honestly, unless you're on TikTok or you have a very, very specific YouTube following, you're going to be seeing a lot of bullshit out there. And it still can pop up. I say TikTok because it is the best algorithm for like what is actually going on in your mind. But even still, I charged this light and then I don't know that I charged it for long enough. So it's probably going to keep going off. Whatever. We're going to work through it. I literally was charging it before I got on here, but I forgot like where the instructions are. There's a brand new light. So anyway, if it goes off, we're just going to deal with the fact that the lighting is not great. I have no lighting in here. Anyway, it's fine. We're just going to keep talking. If it goes dark, my bad, y'all. I'm still going to keep teaching because who cares? What happens with most people is they wake up, they get on their phone, they check their emails, they check their social media, they check their text messages. They are relying on things outside of them to tell them how they get to feel, to tell them how they get to think, to tell them who they get to be that day. So you say you want to manifest money, you say you want to be financially free, you're saying all the affirmations, you're listening to the subliminals, you got your sleep track playing, you're doing the hypnosis, you're doing the EFT tapping, you're doing all the things. Yeah, it's just going to stay off. So you're doing all the things, but all day long, you're still in the exact same headspace that you were yesterday. You say you want to manifest money, but you're hyper focusing on the amount of money that's currently in your bank account. If you're hyper focusing on the amount of money that's currently in your bank account, are you in energetic alignment and receptivity to receive more money? If you are saying, I only have $300 in my bank account. Oh my God, I only have $300 in my bank account. Oh my God, I only have $300 in my bank account. But you actually desire to have $10,000 in your bank account. If you keep telling yourself, I only have $300, what are you making real for you? The fact that you only have $300. Is that true? Is it true that you only have $300 in your bank account? Or was that a number that you saw and you believed that it was fixed? You believed that it had to stay at that dollar amount. You believed that you only have the ability to live as somebody, to think as somebody, to speak as somebody, to move as somebody who only has $300. That's when it's going to be very fucking difficult for you to manifest $10,000. Is manifesting $10,000 difficult? Fuck no. Can you do it in less than a day? Absolutely. I literally have a video that is blowing back up again, and it's on TikTok. I'm sure it's on YouTube too, but it's about how I manifested the first time I manifested $10,000 in less than 24 hours. And I tell you exactly how I did it. And it isn't hard, but you know what's hard? To say that you want to manifest $10,000, but identifying with and believing in the fact that you only have 300. That's when it's hard. So that's why you hear everybody say circumstances don't matter, because circumstances don't matter unless you keep allowing your circumstances to define you. And what does that ultimately mean? You're living in the matrix. You are not living in the 4D dimension. You're living in the 3D dimension of lack, limitation, scarcity, fear. Look at the paradigms that are playing out. Quite honestly, though, Pluto is in Aquarius, and that's why we're seeing the demise of so many governments and so many systems. So I'm super optimistic because I know this is just the beginning of the new world, and our souls asked to come here during this time to help facilitate this shift. So I think it's a beautiful time to be alive, but I want you to understand that that's a mindset that you adopt. You are adopting and you are deciding in every moment. But if you keep pulling your past into your current moment, what are you manifesting? Your past. I will always tell you that manifestation is a decision, because you decide to manifest your desires. You decide that it's happening, and it is. When you get into deciding and moving frequency, you manifest really fucking quickly. That is why my clients and students, within 3 days of being in mentorship or in my programs, start manifesting at lightning speed, because I play in energetics, and I'm not going to let you go there. I'm not going to let you justify the life that you don't want to live. I'm not going to let you speak, complain about, hyper focus on the shit that's gone wrong, whether it was 10 years ago or yesterday, because what is that doing? That's making you in the dominant frequency to manifest more of that. And I understand that this is how you've been told to live. But just like the way that you're going to reprogram your mind is by challenging your beliefs, you need to challenge your entire existence. Yeah, challenge your entire existence. The beliefs that you have, if you're like, well, I don't even know what I believe, look at your reality. Look at how much money is your bank account. Look at your career. Look at your business. Look at your love life. Look at your friendships. Look at your family dynamics. Even family dynamics, you guys, are completely based off of who you are. Sucks to hear if you've been complaining about your narcissistic mother all the time and blaming her for everything, right? Accountability, y'all. Accountability. You cannot manifest without doing the personal development work, the shadow work, and all of the work that's involved. There is a lot involved with manifesting, but again, we're not doing this to get, we're doing this to become. So this is a process of becoming, and these are all beautiful tools to help us. But are you helping yourself? Or are you doing these things because somebody told you need to have a 10-step morning routine, but all day long, while you're out living your life, while you're driving in your car to work, you're hyper-focusing on your micromanaging boss. You're focusing on the fact that you're struggling to pay your bills. You're focusing on the fact that everything is so expensive. You're focusing on the fact that you're not fulfilled in your current relationship. If you are focusing on all day long the shit that you don't want, how are you going to receive what you want? You won't. And you definitely will not do it through being. And what the most common question that I get asked, besides like how do I reprogram my mind, is I don't understand the whole aligned action thing. How does aligned action work? First of all, there's a few there we're gonna rip this to shreds, because one of the beautiful skills that I was given was that I love learning, and I'm really good at learning really, really complex subjects. and then learning how to apply that subject so that it's tangible and being able to break it down simply to explain to my clients, students, and community how to actually move with it. So if you are somebody, if you're somebody who goes, I just don't understand the whole like aligned action thing. I get it. Like I've heard it so many times that I know it's a thing, but I just like, how do you get into this? Like, what is it? What is aligned action? First of all, if you're asking a how question, this is your first time in my world, hello, welcome. Then you're going to hear me say this multiple times, and I say things and I repeat things that I know you're still guilty of, and I need it to land for you. The how and the when are never your responsibility in manifestation. The how and the when are the heavy lifting, and we leave that to the universe. So if you are ever asking a how question, that is a clear indication. 100% guaranteed you are not in the mindset or the energy that you need to be in. How questions mean, I don't believe in this moment I have that thing. I have the ability to manifest it. I don't believe that I can actually feel into the manifestation without seeing, touching, holding it in my reality. You're asking how because you're operating from a lack frequency and a lack mindset, and you've been told that you can force things into creation. How means control, right? Yes. And I see you guys commenting. I will go back through these comments. I just want to get out like what is coming through to me. So I'll come back. If you have questions or anything, feel free to drop them. YouTube, TikTok, I'll go through both of them. We still have some time. So how means, yes, you're trying to control things. I always say, and my podcast, I'm not recording anymore, but the podcast, I thought it was going to get deleted because I stopped paying for Apple Podcasts, but it is still up there. I don't know if it's still up on Spotify, but all of my podcast episodes are on my YouTube channel for you to listen to as well. But I have one episode about how to stop micromanaging the universe. I need to shift because I just realized I'm putting a lot of weight on my foot and my foot turns purple. Apparently that's going to happen for 6 months. So we're just going to work with my current healing. So the how means that you're trying to control things, and you're trying to do this from a frequency of, how do I get it? That's your question. Whenever you're asking a how question, you're going, how do I get it? How do I get it? How do I get it is the exact opposite of I don't chase, I attract. You don't need to know how, because going back to what I was saying at the beginning and the whole underlying purpose of this masterclass, which is called Relax and Receive, this is how to receive downloads from the universe. How you receive downloads from the universe, you're always receiving them first and foremost. You're not learning how. It's how do I get out of my own way so that way I can receive these things, which means I'm never asking a how question. How can I manifest the money? How can I manifest the success? How can I manifest the clients? How can I manifest the health? How can I manifest the car? No, because if you're asking how, you don't believe that you have it in this moment. There's a lot of like webs that are being weaved right now, and there's a lot of strings and there's a lot of avenues that I can go down. And I think they're all important. But what I need you to realize is when you are a successful manifester, you're focusing on the 3 things you can control. What do I want to manifest? Why do I want it? Who do I need to be to get it? That's your responsibility. The next time you ask a how question, and I don't even necessarily mean out loud. You ask in your head. I want you to start consciously noticing when you hear yourself ask how. And I want you to shift and rearrange those letters and say who. Instead of how do I get this thing? Who do I need to be to receive this? To allow it in. You need to start operating in this moment like you already have it. That's what living from the end is. That's what the wish fulfilled is. That's what acting as if means. But I find a lot of people think acting as if is fake it till you make it. It's embodiment all the way, baby. If you're not embodied, you will not consistently manifest. You might haphazardly manifest some things, but if you're not embodied as the version of yourself who already has it, the reason why it's difficult for us is our logical mind goes, what? I've been alive for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and that's not the way I've ever lived. Yeah, exactly. And are you happy, fulfilled, and content with your life right now? Probably not. And you feel like you're lying to yourself. That's the problem. You're not lying to yourself. And if you feel like you're lying to yourself, you have an underlying belief that this isn't true. And the first thing that you need to do to manifest is you need to get your beliefs in alignment with your desired reality. So at first, it might feel like, oh, well, I wish that was true for me. No, we have to cut out that programmed version of ourselves that is constantly looking for the next shoe to drop, that is saying that it has to be hard, that we have to work hard. Da, da, da. You can't have one foot in the matrix and one foot in the vortex, because the matrix will always win, because that's where you've been programmed to operate from. So who do I need to be? When you're waking up every single day, instead of waking up and immediately going through the motions, instead of waking up and immediately grabbing your phone, turning on a television, we're not doing that, because what is that doing? That's anchoring us into our past reality. And that's not going to help us manifest a new reality. So in order for us to become the version of ourselves that manifests all of our desires, the version of ourselves who always has the next action, the thing is, then the harsh truth is, when you get your mindset and energy right, you can't not receive the downloads from the universe. They're always coming through. And the more in tune you are with your intuition, the more in tune you are with your frequency, with your mindset, the more consciously aware you are, and the easier it is to notice. When you're unconscious, you do all of these things because you're taking action, but you're taking action from a place of lack. The mindset and the energy that you're in when you take an action is a self-fulfilling prophecy. This is fully supported in the model of communication that is the foundational piece of neuro-linguistic programming. You have to realize that the reality that you're currently living in is a reflection of who you have been, of the beliefs that you have had, of the thoughts that you've been entertaining all day long, the feelings that you've been feeling. So a lot of people will be like, all right, well, I was told to meditate. I was told to do the EFT tapping. I was told to do the mirror work. So they do this, but then all day long, they operate out of the alignment with those assumptions. They still worry about the money. They still worry about the thing. Here's the thing: is worrying is a prayer to the manifest. It's a prayer to the universe asking to manifest what you don't want. Worrying is the dumbest fucking thing you could ever do. Has worrying ever helped you? Has it ever made you feel good? Has it ever felt empowering? No. Stressing, worrying, frantically, burning out, that's not the vibe. That's how you've been told to live. But you should have more than enough evidence now that that doesn't work, because it doesn't work in your own life, and it hasn't felt good, and it hasn't gotten you your desires. So when you decide to wake up, you get up, you've got a decision, and every moment is a decision. Am I going to wake up today and be the same version of myself that I was yesterday? Am I going to wake up today and think the same thoughts? Am I going to wake up today and hyperfixate on all of the problems that I had yesterday? I mean, that's an option. It's absolutely an option. Is it a good one? No, not at all. So what's the opposite of that? You wake up and you decide who you're going to be. Period. Not, I'm going to wake up, check my bank account, and if I have more than $500 in there, I'm going to feel wealthy. That's not the vibe. That's still outsourcing your power. That's still showing up in circumstantial power rather than personal power. Personal power is what magnetizes your desires to you. Personal power is what allows you to manifest everything. The people that are the most potent manifestors are never sitting around and waiting. I do not wait. When I decide something, it's done. I decided, and that's it. It's not, And that's why I always say decide, because if you haven't decided, that's when you're wanting. Well, I want this money, but I don't think it's going to happen. I want that relationship, but there's no good men out there. I want to have a healthy body, but I have a thyroid issue. No, you can't say that you want something and immediately come up with all of the reasons why you can't have it, because that's not a decision. A decision is, I've decided. I've decided I will be financially free, and therefore I am. I've decided I will be healthy, and therefore I am. I've decided I will be in a happy, loving relationship, and therefore I am. You decide who you're going to be, and then you don't wait for anything outside of you to change. You don't wait to see another zero in your bank account. You don't wait to get a text message from somebody that you're interested in. You don't wait to get a job opportunity from a company you want to work with. You don't wait to win a raffle to get a car. You don't wait to win the lottery. You're not even playing the fucking lottery if you're doing this work, because that's the dumbest thing you could ever do. Why would you play the lottery when you could just work on your mindset and manifest money easily? It just doesn't make sense. But in order for you to be somebody who can receive downloads from the universe, you need to stop being the person you've been told you have to be. And you need to consciously decide who you're going to be. There are no rules. You can be whoever you want to be. You can wear whatever you want to wear. You can color your hair whatever color you want to color your hair. You can do your makeup however you want to. You can grow your beard however you want to. You can have abs if you want to have abs. You can have a big fat booty if you want to have a big fat booty. Like, sky's the limit. You can manifest anything. People are like, well, can I manifest height? Yes, you fucking can. I was 5'4.5" my entire life. My driver's licenses still say 5'4.5". Anybody for the past 2 years that has met me has said, what are you, 5'7"? Yeah, I guess I am. My crutches right now, what height are they at? 5'7". When I was a grown-ass adult, 25 years old, I'm 35 right now. 25 years old, I was 5'4.5". Does it make sense that a grown-ass adult is going to grow taller? No. But I saw myself as being taller and I want to be taller, so I am taller. I'm telling you this because that is something that the majority of people would say, and that's a way that they'll comment because they want to be a negative Nancy, and so they want to be a hater on the internet. So they'll be like, well, can I manifest being taller? And it's always a white dude. Not sorry, but it's always a white, can I manifest height? Yeah, but not with that fucking attitude. The thing is, you guys, you can manifest anything. And if you're not manifesting it instantly, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Manifestation is instantaneous. Instantaneous. Why? How? Huh? First of all, time is an illusion. I don't have enough time to get into this. I literally have an hour and a half long module in one of my programs that explains this. I also have another hour and a half module that explains all the science that you believe in, that you've been taught to be true, that actually supports the fact that we don't live in a Newtonian world like you've been told. So time is an illusion. So you can literally quantum leap at any moment. You can be in any reality at any moment, because you can, quite honestly, and here's the thing, even if you're, 10% of people that have aphantasia, that people that just see black, even if you're somebody that feels like you can't visualize, you can close your eyes right now and you can either very, very clearly see a new reality, or you're somebody that cannot very clearly see it. Fine. We're not limiting ourselves. I'm somebody, I'm not going to go into it, but I was dead. My death certificate was written. I was unconscious for 10 minutes. There's no scientific reason how I'm here right now. If I came back to life, I should be in a coma. I should be in a vegetative state. I don't let anybody tell me what gets to happen in my life, okay? Ever since I died and came back to life, and that's not an exaggeration because my death certificate was written and ripped up. Okay? Written and ripped up. That was when I was 19 or 20. My brain, a part of my brain, was broken. It took 6 months for me to feel good again, feel like I could think again. I did not feel smart. I couldn't put together sentences well. But the mechanism in my brain, I think of it like, when you play those games where you try and get a stuffed animal and you play that crane game, and it's like that. The way in my mind that I see this is the portion of my mind that when I want to retrieve something and like, so then it goes into my mind and into the archives and it like picks it up. I couldn't retrieve the memories. I couldn't retrieve things. Ever since then, I've really, really, really struggled with visualization. I used to be amazing at it. I could visualize anything I wanted to. Always. I've always done that. But I have struggled with visualization for over a decade now. Does that mean that I tell myself I cannot visualize? Fuck no. I actually have in my manifestation university, I actually have somebody ask me how to do this, and I tell you exactly how to visualize if you're somebody that can't visualize. And actually, I was asked this question on the speech that I gave on Saturday. So if you go to my YouTube channel, the 2.5 hour long YouTube is a speech and there's a Q&A. I was giving a speech at a college in India and somebody asked that question. So you can also see that question in there. What I'm getting at is you can close your eyes and you can be in a new reality. Whether you can visualize it or not, you can feel into it and you can decide what reality you're in. You need to train your mind, your body, and your energy. That's why I have a psyche manifestation method. I teach you how to manifest mind, body, and soul because that's how you're going to consistently manifest your desires. You can close your eyes and you can feel into and or you can see any reality that you want for yourself. Who is to say that the reality that you are seeing in your mind and feeling in your body isn't true, but the reality that you are currently experiencing is? I shouldn't have done that because my dogs are going to freak out. But I just knocked on a table. You heard that, right? You heard that with this sense that you've been told to believe in, because we are told that we have 5 senses. We are not told that we have any claircognizance or any of the other senses that we actually have, like telepathy. We are telepathic. There's a reason why my How to Manifest a Text video is viral at like 400K, because I manifest people so fucking easily that I have to be so cautious. I thought about a guy who I met when I first moved to this town, met him one time. He was cute. I thought about him out of nowhere. Girl, I'm not even lying. 7 hours later, I went into physical therapy. I go to a small physical therapy place. I'm the youngest person there. Everyone's like in their 80s. I fucking love everyone. It is like a social hour for me. You can't take me anywhere. Who do I physically almost run into because I was looking down at my boot and he's walking out of physical therapy? I go 2 times a week, every single week, and have for over a month now. Who did I almost fucking run into? That guy. Because we are telepathic. Like, you guys, like, you're struggling because you're fucking believing in bullshit. But what I need you to understand is, I'm not going to knock on this again because I'm really shocked that my dogs did not freak the fuck out. One of them was raised on a mountain. So like, we don't let people come in unless they know. So I'm not going to knock again. But this is all vibration. Like, what you're seeing and what you believe to be true with your eyes, with all of your senses, is all vibrating. You are seeing something, but what you're seeing isn't actually the way you're seeing it. You are hearing something, but what you're hearing is not the way you're actually hearing it. And you're not actually hearing all the things. That's why if I had a dog whistle right now, my dogs would be going fucking crazy. And you guys would be like, what is she doing? Why does she have that whistle? It's not making any noise. What is that? Just because you don't currently have something in your hand, just because you can't physically touch it and hold it, doesn't mean that this isn't real. Could I, in my mind, see this? This is a meditation. I don't know what it's called, but this is something that you hold when you meditate. Could I see this in my mind when I was at physical therapy? Could I not have this with me, but I could be carrying it in my pocket, in my mind? Yes. This is why I have crystals everywhere in my apartment. I always have a crystal in my bag when I go places. I don't normally wear crystals or anything like that. I'm a certified Reiki master. I have healed people from illnesses that like they should have died in, because I can pull the power of the amethyst. I don't need to have this amethyst in my hand. I don't need to have it in my forehead in order for me to pull the energy from this amethyst. I just need to focus on the amethyst, focus on the energy of the amethyst, and therefore I have the amethyst with me. I don't need to physically have the money in my hand in order for that money to be real. I don't need to physically be holding a person's hand in order for that relationship to be real. What is real for you is what you believe to be real. And what I need you to start doing is I need you to stop believing that what you see, what you touch, what you feel is real for you. Because the more you anchor into this 3D reality, the harder it is for you to anchor into the 4D dimension of infinite potentiality. If you need to see something outside of yourself, you don't believe it and you aren't in energetic alignment with it. When you understand that manifestation is a decision, a frequency, a thought, everything is internal first. Everything is internal first. So you can't keep looking outside of you for things in your reality to be true, because if you haven't changed, if your beliefs haven't changed, if your feeling state hasn't changed, if your identity hasn't changed, if your habits haven't changed, if your behavior hasn't changed, you haven't changed. Therefore, you are still asking, how do I get something? Therefore, you're still feeling the way you felt yesterday. I feel broke because I only have $300 in my bank account. Some people, here's the reframe, because I just saw somebody say reframe. Some people would be crying on their knees, thanking whatever God they believed in that they had $300 in their bank account. Everything is subjective. Everything is subjective. If you decide that you're not allowing things outside of you to tell you who you get to be, to tell you how you get to feel, to tell you what gets to be true for you, you're going to manifest so much fucking faster, because you're not saying, well, I'm going to feel wealthy, and then if I don't get a payment notification by 1 p.m. today, fuck this, I'm going back to talking shit about money. Like, what? What? A wealthy person doesn't do that. And a wealthy person also isn't attached to the dollar sign. How crazy is it for you to allow a number on a screen to tell you who you get to feel, how you get to be, the life that you get to live? But Alexa, I've always been told that. But Alexa, if I don't have the money, how can it be? That, if I don't have the money, what are you manifesting in this moment? A reality where you don't have the money. Is that the reality you want to be living in? No. The words that are coming out of your mouth, how do I want to say this? You've got to stop feeling like you are lying to yourself or lying in general if the words that are coming out of your mouth are greater than your current circumstances. Because here's the thing. Let's say that you do only have $100 in your bank account right now. Let's say that technically the last time you looked at your bank account, you only had $100 in it. If you keep focusing on that $100, that has to be true for you. But what if you believed that money was an unlimited resource, and so money is always flowing to you? So if money is always flowing to me, then I'm not going to allow my feeling state and my beliefs around money to match that $100, because that's going to keep allowing that $100 and it's going to keep allowing it to go down. Can you have $100 in your bank account and, oh no, hold on, I got to drag this puzzle piece in order to verify I'm still a human on TikTok and it's not matching up. Give me 1 second. Okay. Can you have $100 in your bank account and can you feel and speak into wealth? Yes. Yes, you can. When I first started doing this work, I was broke as a joke, but you wouldn't know it. Why? Because I spoke so empowering about money. Because the number one thing that I see people struggling with, especially with money, is they say they want to manifest it, but they keep thinking and speaking about the current money in their dollar amount. You've heard me say this before. I don't remember in what masterclass, but the universe isn't responding to the dollar amount in your bank account. It's responding to your faith account. If you have faith that money is always coming in, then you're not allowing a dollar amount to dictate you. You dictate the dollar by dictating your frequency and your mindset. The words that are coming out of your mouth are not a lie, because you can have $100 in your bank account and you can confidently speak about money empoweringly. You can say, I love money. I love the resources that money allows me to have. I love that having money allows me to eat healthy. I love that having money allows me to do the things that I want to do. I love that having money allows me to drive the car that I want to drive. I am so grateful for the money that I have. Is it a lie that I only have $100 in my bank account, so I'm not grateful for that money? Now use discernment here, because if you truly do only have $100 in your bank account and you're not grateful for the money, Money Mindset 101, cut it the fuck out, because you're never going to get more of something you're not grateful for. So first things first, oh my fucking God, I'm so excited I have $100 in my bank account, is the frequency we're in. But then we're not going to talk about the $100. We're going to be like, oh my God, I'm so grateful that I always have money in my bank account. Oh my God, I'm so grateful that money is always flowing into me. I'm so grateful that I'm so resourced. I'm so grateful. If you feel like you're lying to yourself when you get super specific, then start more generic. But you need to start training yourself to align the words that are coming out of your mouth with the frequency that you desire to be in, frequency meaning feeling, and with the thoughts that you want to have. If you want to manifest more money, you can't keep talking about how money is hard, how you can't pay your bills, how you're struggling. This is not the vibe. You need to train yourself in whatever way works best for you, but you need to start believing that your energetic state and your mindset are more real than this, because your entire 3D reality could change today, but your mindset and energy has to be right. You're a content creator. You could have one piece of content go viral and it could change the trajectory of your business forever. It could open up an opportunity that is a life-changing opportunity. You could go from somebody that nobody knew existed to the next day being on national television. And I just want to let you guys know that I have a video that I created 8 months, no, probably a year ago, around a year ago, and the Disney Channel, a nationally syndicated talk show, I don't think I'm allowed to name the talk show, is using that video and going to air it to millions of people. Was that video already viral? Yes. It's the second. Am I allowed to tell you that? I don't know. Is it viral? Yes. So check out my viral videos on my TikTok if you're wondering. But could that change my entire life? Yeah. Was it something that I did that day? No. I was on a healing sabbatical because, if you don't know, long story short, I almost lost my foot and I broke 5 bones. I had surgery. I have to retrain myself how to walk, all the things. I had to take time off of work. I had to stop creating so much content. I was on, it has been a very, very long healing journey. And I woke up, started to feel better. I was in a lot less pain. And I said to the universe, all right, I'm ready to get back to work. I'm ready to get back to work. After months of feeling unaligned with manifestation content, I was going to go back to law school. I was going to go be a lawyer to fight the system, because I'm a stellium and Aquarius and I fucking love fighting for justice. So I was going to go back to law school. I was going to stop creating content all fucking together. And then you guys came influxing in my comments, in my DMs, telling me daily how I've been changing your lives, how you're so grateful for my content, how you missed me. Am I okay? Like, to the point where I was like, oh, fuck. I just need to change the way I'm doing my business, because that doesn't feel aligned. This is my purpose. So I said, universe, I'm ready to get back to work. The next day, I had an opportunity to speak in front of hundreds of people at an international college in India. The next day, I received a message from a nationally syndicated talk show asking me to use my content. I decided I was ready to get back to work. I decided I was ready to go from being on bed rest for 2 months to, like, let's fucking go. And I didn't have time. Like, I like when you like if you were there for that live stream of me giving that speech, I literally told you I didn't even have enough time to prepare. I just trusted that the message was going to come through because I know what I'm talking about. And it was fucking phenomenal. When you get your mindset and energy right, you receive downloads from the universe because you're in a space to receive. When you are in a frequency of lack and you feel like you need to get something and you're desperate and you're needy and you're frustrated and you're frantic, you cannot easily get the answers because you're in a problem frequency. So you're focusing on problems, thus your reticular activating system will give you more problems. When you conversely are focused on solutions, when you're focused on abundance, when you're focused on health, when you're focused on success, when you are focused on the desired feeling, the desired state, the desired reality, then you get your mindset right, you get your energy right, and the universe pops the fuck off for you. I said, universe, I'm ready to work. Did I go, oh my God, I need to create fucking 17 videos today because I have not been posting 3 to 5 videos every single day? Did I say I need to go DM every client that I've ever worked with to see if they want to re-sign on with me so I can start mentoring private clients because I stopped mentoring clients during this whole thing? No. Did I create a story saying, hey, I've got something new for sale? No. I said, universe, I'm ready to fucking work. And I got back to believing that I'm the best fucking content creator in the world, got back to being, of course, opportunities are always coming to me because I'm the best at what I fucking do. I got my energy right. I got my mindset right. I embodied the frequency of somebody who is successful and good at what they do. And the universe said, yeah, the fuck you are. Here you go. Opportunity, 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 opportunity. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. And I said, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. When you get your mindset right, when you get your energy right, you don't need to ask, how do I get this? Because in your mind, you already have it. In your body, you already have it. You can train your mind and your body to be anywhere that you want. If you don't like where you're currently at, that should not be what's in your mind. Your feelings should not be aligned with it, because what is that going to do? Manifest your current reality. You receive downloads from the universe by simply getting your mindset right, aka thinking the thoughts that you want to think, speaking the words that you want to speak all day long, fucking delusional, and you just stay there. It's not, I'm going to say this until 12 o'clock, and then I'm going to look at my bank account, then I'm going to look at my emails, then I'm going to look at my text messages, and if he didn't text me, I'm going to go back to feeling lonely. If no money came in my business, I'm going to go back to feeling unsuccessful. If I manifested a bill, I'm going to go back to feeling poor. No, because if your reality right now was created by who you've been, and you keep being the same version of yourself, that's when you're like, but how? How do I change this? And you get frustrated because you aren't changing. When you change, it's not, how do I get this? It's, who do I need to be? What beliefs do I need to believe for this to be true for me? Because the beliefs that I currently believe are my current reality. So the way you're going to receive from the universe is by getting your mindset right, getting your energy right, and allowing the universe to do the heavy lifting. Here's something that I do that I don't think I've ever said on, like, besides in a private client anyway. Like, this is like close-lipped information. But this is something that I do multiple times a day. How many times have you walked into a room and you forgot what you were doing? Happens to us all the time, right? Anytime I forget what I'm doing, I'm mid-walk, mid-somewhere, and I'm like, what was I doing? I literally stop, clear my mind, and I say, what was I doing? Either internally in my head or I say it out loud. And immediately, without any time lag, my intuition goes, oh, you were grabbing your lip gloss. You were grabbing that comb. You were going to go get your phone charger. The universe does the heavy lifting for me because I was very clear. I was doing something. I forgot because I mentally was in another place. Then I got my mind back into what I was doing. What was I doing? Boom. That has never not worked for me. It works for me every fucking time. You're deciding. You're deciding in every moment. Something else that I do this with avocados, and I think build evidence in your evidence bank. I just released that masterclass for free if you haven't seen it on my YouTube channel. Every time I cut an avocado, even if that avocado feels like, ooh, this one's a little bruised, this one's old, it should by reality, it should be a bad avocado. I go, oh my God, I'm so glad that this is the perfect avocado. And it always is. I decided in the moment what I'm getting, and I get it. Because I don't say, I really want this to be a good avocado, but look at how brown it is. It's totally going to be black inside. What? No, I want to eat the avocado, so it's a good avocado. I don't care what my circumstances are. I decide what I'm getting, and I fucking get it because I decided, and I know that I'm always doing the work on me, always doing the work on my mindset. I'm always doing the work on my energy. I'm always doing the work on my identity, and I'm always embodying. The second that I notice, because here's the thing, you're human, and you're always going to get to certain levels where old beliefs come up. Anytime I notice that a limitation is in my mind, I laugh at myself and go, isn't that funny that old me thought that? Isn't that hilarious that I actually believed that for so fucking long? I love you, old self. I know that you didn't mean to believe this and struggle, but this is actually why we're struggling. So we're not going there anymore. And I'm now going to decide to believe this instead. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 across the board. That's not a sign, but that's also probably a sign that, oh, good God. Okay, so I got to start wrapping this up because I have to get to physical therapy, but let me just see what some of your comments say. All right. Definitely didn't understand that until recently. Now I'm excited to see what happens. Yes. And this is the thing, you guys, like, it's actually so simple when you just understand, reprogram your mind, regulate your nervous system all day long, focus, speak, and feel into what you desire. That's it. That's it. Stop trying to do the 369 method. Stop trying to write affirmations 100 times a day. Stop spending 20 minutes a day in the mirror saying things to yourself that you don't actually believe. Cut it the fuck out and start doing the shit that actually moves the needle. I'm going to read this question, but if you listen to what I said, I would actually have already hoped that you would have commented and said, oops. Because do we ask how questions to me? No, we do not. Do we ask how questions to the universe? No, we do not. Are we asking however? No, we do not. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be back. Glad to be back. So, how do you get your ex back using scripting? And don't just say change the story. I want actual advice. All right, so 2 things here. I don't ever answer questions about how do you get your ex back. I do not teach toxic manifestation. And if you're asking me a how question, you're not doing it right. The way you manifest love is by becoming the most loving version of yourself. Do you actually want to date yourself? Would you want to date you? Are you actually somebody who is desirable? Would you want to date you? Would you want to spend time with you? Do you show up every day and treat yourself lovingly? Are you speaking to yourself lovingly? Are you being kind to yourself? Are you talking to yourself like you are the fucking prize because you are, and anyone would be lucky to be with you because they would be? Or are you trying to manipulate somebody else's free will because a bunch of toxic, and I truly stand by this. Anybody that tells you that you can manifest an SP back is not a coach or a mentor, has never been through any certifications, and is a toxic content creator that knows that they can make a shitload of money off of their content by telling you that. I'm not the one. There's enough of them out there. Not the one. I will never go there with you. I literally have a Manifest Love Masterclass that walks you step by step through this. And if you don't know, I decided to close my university because that wasn't landing with me anymore. And I opened up a few of my programs at like an insanely cheap price. And I want to say the Manifest Love Masterclass is less than $100 right now. If you genuinely want to manifest love in the healthiest way, I'll teach you step by step how to do it. And I'm just going to let you know right now, there's 5 modules. And the fifth module is when we start talking about the other person. Everything is a reflection of you. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah. Do not miss your PT. Yeah. No, that's literally what just went off. So I definitely got to start wrapping this up, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You're helping me so much change my mindset, speech, and thoughts. Oh my God. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. I literally am so grateful for you guys. And I'm so happy that like this is working for you. Apparently it won't let me screenshot these. Oh, yes it is. All right. So, Neil deGrasse Tyson says that. Yes. And that's the thing, you guys. Like, I'm going to be the one that shows you and teaches you how science is supporting reality creation. Because what you have to realize is science is studying the Newtonian world as if the Newtonian world is the only thing that exists. And it isn't taking into consideration the bubble that is the rest of the universe. So, yes, that might be the way that this reality works when you're only studying this plane of dimension. But when you start studying the quantum fields, you understand that we live in a quantum world, not a Newtonian world. And scientists will support this because there has never been a test on quantum physics that did not fully support that quantum physics exists. It's always happened. Always. So the scientific process is fully supported by quantum physics. Okay, you've introduced the term toxic manifestation to me, and I'm going to add it to my vocab immediately. Oh my God, I love that, by the way, in a good way, not in a weird way. Yeah, no, and here's the thing, you guys, like, and that's actually one of the things that like made me not love creating content anymore, because so many people were following really trendy toxic manifestation teachings, and they were throwing out personal development. They were throwing out being a heart-centered human. They were throwing out for the good of all and harm to none. Like, if anyone is telling you that people don't have free will in your world, run. If anyone's telling you to manifest and ask me back, run. If anyone is telling you anything that genuinely doesn't feel good in your soul, run. All right, let me just see a few more questions. That clicked. If you're not in fulfillment, you take action in lack, which brings more lack. Exactly. Lack plus lack will always equal lack. That's why it doesn't matter how hard you work. And quite honestly, you don't have to work hard when you work on you. What does Jim Rohn say? You should work harder on yourself than anything else. Totally butchering that. But you understand. Everything that's happening in your reality is a reflection of you. Your business, your relationships, your family. That's a shitty one to hear. That takes a lot of accountability. I've got a narcissistic mother. Do you? Is that a story you want to keep telling yourself? That we can go very deeply into that. But everything is a reflection of you. And when you are accountable, you can start seeing it and actually allow that to go through. If you wanted to manifest height but started buying height vitamins, isn't that a lack action? Does a height vitamin exist and does that work? Please explain to me how that would even fucking work. This is the thing, you guys. The reason why I brought that up is because height is something that is concrete and not movable according to the matrix. Why couldn't you just close your eyes and see yourself as taller? Why couldn't you tell yourself how tall you are? Why couldn't you see yourself as a tall person, even if you're not? You know what I mean? Like, it's all mental. You got to get your mind right. You got to be seeing it in your mind. You got to be feeling it in your body, and then take action from that place, because that's aligned action. If you don't feel the thing in your body, if you're doing something and you want to manifest money and you don't feel wealth, you're not going to manifest money. If you are doing something in your business or career because you want to manifest success, but you feel like a failure, you're not going to manifest success. If you are doing something to manifest love, but deep down you're self-loathing, you're not going to manifest love. If you are doing something to manifest health, but deep down you feel unhealthy, lazy, fat, you're not going to manifest health. Your frequency tells you the way you're feeling is a clear indication if you should be taking that action. If you don't feel good and you're taking the action to try and get something, what's that? Like that buzzer sound? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that anymore. Sorry to blast you with questions, but you're referring to ignoring the 3D. We're not ignoring the 3D. We're not letting the 3D affect us. We're not reacting to the 3D. The 3D exists. We're not going to not say hi to somebody that's saying hi to us. We're not going to not go to our job when that's currently how we're paying our bills. We're not ignoring the 3D. We're detaching from the 3D. If you guys remember my last masterclass that I taught, that 5-day event, we're detaching from the 3D so that way we're not emotionally reacting to it. Because if we're emotionally reacting, we're recreating that exact circumstance. What time is it? Okay, I really, really, really got to go, but let me see if there's one more question. I've been negatively venting out loud to myself. I probably manifested the issues, honestly. You definitely manifested the issues, honestly. But here's the thing. That's a beautiful reflection. And if you didn't have that reflection, and if you didn't come to that understanding, what would you keep doing? Negatively venting. The last video that I posted, second to last one, because I think I posted one before I came on here, it talks about stop complaining. If you are negative, if the words that are coming out of your mouth are talking about something that you don't want, shut the fuck up. With love and respect. I mean that with love and respect, but shut up. You can't complain about something and get something different because you're in alignment with what you're complaining about, what you're venting about. Even if it happened to you, you're manifesting it to happen again. You're manifesting a similar situation. You've got to stop talking about and thinking about and feeling into the negativity. Emotions happen, feel them, process it. I talk about that in the speech. I'm not going to get into it. Watch that speech if you want to. But it's all about who you're being in the moment. Get your mindset right, get your energy right. And then when the universe says, oh, I feel like I should go here or do this thing, you don't need to understand how that thing is going to get you to where you desire. You just need to trust that your higher self is leaving you energetic breadcrumbs. And that thing that you're desiring is going to come to you because it's going to line up. We don't need to know the how. We don't need to know the how. For the people in the back. Oh my God, I love you. Yes, I love you too. I love you too, girl. It's a rhetorical question. Oh. Yes. Damn, I really did manifest this. But you also, Sydney! Oh my God, Sydney, I love you. I miss your beautiful face. Alexa, right. I fucking love you, girl. I love you. I was thinking about you the other day too, and I meant to send you a message, but I was busy. And being in a wheelchair, I lose my phone a lot now. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I desperately need to go to physical therapy because we are cutting it close and these people do not fuck around. They're very busy. They charge you a lot of money if you don't show up on time, which is fine because I'm going to make it on time. I love you guys so much. Rewatch this masterclass. If you have any questions, this is what we're going to do. If you have any questions, DM me. No, go on my YouTube. Go on the video on my YouTube, drop the questions. If I get a bunch of questions in there, tomorrow I will go live and I will answer those questions and it will be a Q&A, okay? Q&A, honest Q&A that I can actually give you time and not speed talk through. Drop questions on this YouTube. It literally says relax and receive. Drop them on there. Rewatch this live stream. It's an hour and a half now. I love you guys so much. I got to go, but manifest all your desires and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Love you. Love you. Bye.